Hey everyone, just a really quick video here on decluttering. And it's kind of like the first step towards minimalism. Keeping in mind that minimalism doesn't just mean like I'm keeping everything except the shirt on my back. It just means like trying to organize your life so that it's not overwhelming. Because I know for me, if it's not in my house, I don't have to clean it. So this video is specifically for people who you've either not done any decluttering for like 20 years or you just don't know where to start. I'll do one that's a little more detailed and more organized later, but for me, I kind of recently went through it because my kids are a bit older now and I hadn't really done much in the way of a deep declutter in like 10 years. So this is where I started. And basically when COVID hit, this is what I started doing. So keep in mind too, I'm not like a professional organizer or a declutterer. I just like decluttering and I like organizing. Disclaimer, I may not be good at it, so you may wish to move right along to like Marie Kondo's YouTube channel. But if you're still with me, here you go. The first thing I do is I have some sort of area with 4 sections. The 4 sections I have are garbage, which is like a big bin right outside my house, or it might be like in your garage or something. Recycling, which could be similar for you. For us here in the Okanagan, we have a garbage dump that we would go to, or garbage picks up. Some things get picked up with recycling, but others we have to take in. So I have like 2 separate sections. And then I have 2 other sections. One is to donate, like to take to the Salvation Army, or wherever you wish to donate, like a facility. And then I have another like smaller bin for things to give away or to sell. And you might even divide those up. So already this sounds complicated. It's really not. I assure you this will like change your life. And one of my bins is like right by my, actually they're both by my door. I've got like a giveaway to specific people. And you can either keep it for like gifting people. Little secret, I am okay with regifting. I'll just sort of tangent on that for a bit. When you're decluttering, that is something that comes up a lot, I think, is, well, what about gifts? If you're given gifts, do you have to keep every single gift you're ever given in your whole life? For me, I had to, like, I really tried to keep every gift because I really appreciate gifts, right? When someone thinks about you and they give you a gift, that's pretty special. You know, they took a moment to think about you, what you would like, and they either made something with their own 2 hands, taking up their time, which is more valuable than money, or they spent their hard-earned dollars on you. For me, I live in a really small house with a lot of people in it. So I got to a point where I had to let go of things that were given to me. Now, I sometimes give them away to people who I think, oh, I got this book as a gift and I read it and I enjoyed it. And now I know so-and-so would really enjoy that. So I have like a little section of stuff I'll give away. And then another section of stuff to sell, not necessarily having anything to do with gifts. But anyways, those are my sections. And then the only thing I'm going to talk about in this video is like macro. So meaning big picture. I won't get into details about like organizing your closets. Like, no, this is just getting started. What I like to do is start with either the easy stuff or the big stuff or both. So big stuff, meaning like for me, recently we had this one closet and the only thing that was in this closet was a washer and a dryer. They were stacked. Not like supposed to be stackable. Like you can buy like a stackable. Ours was just like one and then a piece of plywood and then the other one was on top. And they were broken. The washer and dryer were broken and they were sitting there for years. And they were there when we moved into the house 13 years ago. They never really worked. And we just got rid of them last year. So now I have an extra closet. That was a big project though, because I just did that and that was one thing. So those went to the dump. There was like one that filled our truck, the washer and the dryer, and then cleaning that out. Oh man, I made sure to have that process. I did that in the summer because all the doors and windows could be opened. And oh man, did I ever sneeze a lot that night because the dust that was behind my washer and dryer was incredible. I'm not going to go into detail in case you ever want to eat again. Anyways, and I made sure to change the filter even, as well as the garbage bag on my vacuum cleaner, because it was just, I don't know, old. Ew. So there you go. So big stuff or easy stuff. For me, and it could be different. Whatever's easy for you might be different than what's easy for me. So for me, things that are easy are clothes. So I've got my husband and my 2 kids and me. I'm not super into fashion. So for me, I am not emotionally attached to anything I own that is involved with clothing. So I know Marie Kondo is not about room by room, but for me, and for you too, if you're a little bit short on time, I'm a room by room girl. But I do like her idea of you pull everything out of the closet and you put it on the bed, but I'm not recommending that for this video. This is like a macro, I haven't organized my house in a gazillion years. I recommend take whatever out of your closet is easy. Just kind of flip through and just find all the stuff that you know, okay, I definitely won't wear that again. I definitely don't like that. That hasn't fit me in years, whatever. I'm a big believer in like, don't keep stuff that's like, well, one day I might fit this. I mean, if you want to, that's fine if you're attached to that. But for me, I don't. I'm like, whatever. So whatever's easy. So this is not like big overhaul. This is just pull out whatever's easy. And maybe it's some shoes, some purses, some duffel bags, that kind of thing might be in your closet too. Anything in your closet or in your room, go room by room, pull the stuff out, and then put them in your little piles, your sections, your 4 or 5 sections for garbage, recycling, donation, giveaway, or sell. And yeah, go room by room doing that, and just macro. And then for me, it's like, well, whenever my truck is full, that's, or whenever I get sick of that, I'm like, well, I've been doing that for an hour now. That's it for me, you know? So that is basically it. That's my big first step. Just do that. Sometimes you'll get on a roll and you might think, well, now I can do this, now I can do that. But for a lot of us, that's big, especially if you have like a big project like me, which involved the washer and dryer, and then the cleaning took, it was a good hour of cleaning just that one little room. And now I have an extra closet, so more space, and it felt amazing. For maintenance, I have like an ongoing section in my basement now that has like a recycling box for me to, like I said, we have some stuff that's picked up from our doorstep, but other stuff I have to go to the depot to take in. So I have like a box of, you know, old plastics, like plastic Tupperware and stuff that I don't think they'll pick up here. Anyways, and then I have like a donation box. And then whenever those things get full, I do just take those out. The other thing I do on top of that is by my door, I have like an out box. So that's like if I have any letters to mail or anything to ship to someone, library books to return, anything that needs to go out the door, I tag that along with my recycling and donation stuff that I'm taking out. Just that way I do all my errands on one day. And I'll do that maybe once or twice a month. So just sort of macro walk around the house and fill up the boxes, especially if the boxes are like kind of full, but I could grab a few more things. That's what I do. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section, because again, I'm not like the greatest at it, but I really like it, mostly for after how you feel afterwards. One little side note though, if you're a yogi, one thing that I like to do is that it sounds hooey, but I like to do a smudge, is what my father-in-law calls it. After anything that's really big that shifts, especially if you're, what do they call it nowadays? I think they call it a highly sensitive person. If you can like feel energies and stuff like that. Again, if you're like, that's too far out for me, just end the video here. It's nothing major after that. But if you do, then I have cedar, like little cedar chips from an actual cedar tree. And I have like a little candle holder, and I light the cedar chips and I walk around. So it's like a little bit of smoke. FYI, if you have like emphysema or something like that. I know my mom came in as I was doing a smudge to my home this summer, and she was like, whoa, smoke, I can't handle it. And I was like, but it's hardly any smoke. It's only as much smoke as a candle. But for her, it was too much. So disclaimer, if you're allergic to smoke, that might not be a good idea. But if you walk around the house with, you can use sage. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels more peaceful in your house. Anytime something's deeply cleaned or things move, like if you shift furniture, it's nice to do a little bit of a smudge after. So there you go. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will see you next time. Namaste.